Good evening. Welcome to another video on the Luderco Arms channel. So today we are going to look at this. This is the MAB or MAB Model D French pistol. So MAB is an acronym. It's Manufactured des Armes Bayonne, and it is a French arms company. They've been in business for a very long time. And this pistol, the MAB Model D, I have two of them here, it's two different styles, was in production from 1933 all the way till 1982 in both 32 ACP, which these examples are, and they also had a 380. But we're not concerned with 380 in this video. We are looking at the 32 ACP. So these were produced both by France. The production of them was continued under Nazi Germany when Nazi Germany occupied France during World War II, and then after World War II production continued under France once again. These were used by the French military, French police, both before and after World War II, and they were used by the Nazis. They were also captured and used by the Viet Cong from the French, and the Turks also bought some, among others, but those are the major players. So with the MAB Model D, there are two variants, and the only difference between the two is the collar at the front, where you that you use when you take it down. So the Type 1, as they call it, was made from 1933 to 1945, and it has, you can see right here, a little spring-loaded lever that holds the collar. You press in on it, and then you can turn the collar to release it. And then the Type 2, which was produced from 1945 through into production in 1982, you push it in. Gotta not push the barrel. So you push it in and turn it to release the spring, which we'll get to when we do the teardown on these. And that is it. That is the only difference between the Type 1 and the Type 2. So throughout its production, everything else remains almost exactly the same. The markings are a little different, but other than that, they're basically the same. So if you look at this Type 1, you'll see that the slide is marked Pistolet Automatique Caliber 7.65 MAB Brevet Model D. And the Type 2 is marked Pistolet Automatique MAB Brevet Model D, just in a little bit different style. The serial number is on the right hand of the pistol, right above the trigger guard on both of these. And that's basically it. They have a magazine safety, they have a grip safety, and they also have a safety lever. The magazine release right here behind the pistol grip drops out the 9-round magazine. You've got a lanyard loop at the bottom of the grip frame. And on this particular one, this is a German occupation model, so I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but right here in between the serial number and the MAB stamp is a German Waffenamt for German acceptance. and it is the correct serial number range for German production, so I know for certain that it is not a fake. And the interesting thing about this particular pistol is you'll notice that it is not it is not in spectacular shape. The finish is worn and pitted, and you can see where it has been rusted at times. This particular pistol was brought back from Vietnam by a member of the U.S. military. So I just find it interesting because it was manufactured under German occupation, and then I'm assuming after the war it reverted to French ownership again, and at some point went to Vietnam, probably with a French soldier, and at some point a Viet Cong ended up with it, and then at some point a United States soldier ended up with it through, you know, multiple unalivings. So somewhere I have tucked away the bring back paperwork for this, and also a photograph of the soldier holding it in Vietnam. They came with it when I bought it. For some reason, I've got it tucked away somewhere, and I just don't remember where exactly it is. But it's a pretty simple blowback. You know, you got, like I said, magazine release, safety lever. You have a grip safety. It does have a magazine safety as well. So, let's go ahead and do disassembly. Now, disassembly is exactly the same for Type 1 and Type 2. The only difference, like I said, is how you twist your barrel collar off. So the first thing you want to do, of course, drop your magazine and make sure that the pistol is empty. And then you're going to push down on this collar and turn it, and you want to keep pressure on it because it is under spring pressure, as you can see. So there's our collar. Then we're going to put it back like that. Now this particular one, the spring is very tight on the barrel, so I'm not going to pull it off. But just like a Ruby, or a Colt 1903, you're going to twist the barrel until it releases from the. You got to watch out when this starts to move forward, because you'll have to get it over. There we go. So as that comes forward, that's going to come off. Your firing pin, spring, and guide rod are going to come out of the back of the slide, because you can see this cutout here. That matches up with that, and this is actually what keeps the firing pin in the slide, is that little piece right there. So once that is out, then you can rotate your barrel and pull it out, and that is field stripped. So you can clean it. Like I said, this one, the spring is very tight right here on the barrel, so I just leave it on there because I don't need to take it off for any reason. You can go ahead and clean it, do what you got to do. Then when you get ready to reassemble, you put the barrel locking lugs down, you can slide it in there, and you get it back to its correct spot, and you should, there we go, be able to turn it sideways like that. Then you got to take this firing pin, and it's got a little notch right here on the back of it that's going to line up with the slot in the slide, and it will slide in there, and you want it to stick out just a little bit to kind of help guide you. So you get all that lined up, and you slide the slide back on, and you want to make sure that that guide rod goes into its little spot on that tab, like so. Slide that back. Now if you get to a spot where you can't slide it back all the way, like this, then you just gotta play with the barrel a little bit, because sometimes they get jammed up and you have to finagle it a little. There we go. You also have to remember to push in on the grip safety. So once you get it back to your assembly point, then you want to take your barrel and you're going to have to wiggle it around and turn it until it locks into its lugs, like so. Once that happens, then you want to put your barrel back, or your slide back forward again. Then you get to fight this back down on here and back into there. Now you'll see on this collar it's got a couple of lugs, so when you get it down in there, you'll have to turn it until it locks in, and then you'll know when it's locked in. So when you get it down like that, then you're going to turn it and you'll feel it fall down in there. Then you want to push down on it and turn it until it stops, like so. Now, there we go. Put the magazine back in, squeeze grip safety, and you know that once again it's working. And like I said, with this one, it's exactly the same. It's just that instead of pushing the collar in and turning it, you push down on this little spring-loaded lever right here, and that fits in a little divot in there, and then you can turn it, and everything else is exactly the same. And that is it. That is the MAB Model D. They were used for many, many years by many, many, many countries. The French, Nazi Germany, the Turks, the Viet Cong, as far as militaries. And then they were also used by a whole slew of police forces as well. Hopefully this has been entertaining. You learn about a gun maybe you haven't seen before, and hopefully it's helped somebody out if they're trying to disassemble and clean one of these MABs. There's quite a few of these in the country. They came in not only like these two did as surplus, military surplus or bringbacks, but they also were sold here commercially. You can tell the difference between these and the commercial ones because the commercial ones have a shelf. They have a different grip section with a thumb shelf on there to make it, and they also have some adjustable sights so that it could be sold as a target pistol, and that was done back during the when they were trying to ban, you know, Saturday night special quote unquotes, because this was a small 32 ACP pistol and they didn't want to get banned from importing it. So that's pretty much it for the MAB Model D, or MAB Model D. Appreciate y'all watching and supporting the channel. Appreciate y'all liking the video and commenting and subscribing. Every little bit helps the channel out, and we can keep bringing more content. So we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.